Today we're going to be speaking about Python if and else statements. So think of everyday scenarios. Maybe we have, let's just say we have the sun, and then if it's hot, you might decide to leave your coat at home. If it's hot, you might have ice cream. So we use ifs for everyday decisions that we make. So how we could represent this is sunny, and then if yes, we can say eat ice cream. And no, if it's not sunny, so maybe if it's raining, then do not eat ice cream. So when we make a decision here based on if it's sunny or not, we either eat the ice cream because it's sunny, or if it's not, then we don't eat the ice cream. And in Python, we would use if statements. So we would start off by writing the word if, and then we would specify our condition with a colon. So for example, we would have if it's sunny, and then what we would have is all the code that we would want to run if it's sunny. So for example here, print eats ice cream. So that's what we would have here. Now, that's if we have if, but remember that we have only done this side of the tree. We still need to do this part. And we can do this part in two ways. So, number one, we could use if and else. So we could have if, else. So else will cover all other conditions. So when our if condition is not true, it will come in else. So if we come back to the example, if it's not sunny, okay, so it's not sunny, then else is going to run this condition here. So we can write this as if sunny, we're going to print eat ice cream. Else, now notice we don't need any condition here. So else, do not eat ice cream. Okay, so as we can see here is our else, and we don't have our condition. So with our if statement here, we have our condition, okay? And with our else, there is no condition. And then this is the code that we run for our else, okay? The second example I wanted to go through. So you had an if and else. We also have elif, okay? And elif, let's draw a diagram, will allow us to essentially check multiple conditions. So if we have, we might want to check the speed of a car. So imagine we have a car here. Okay. So we might want to check the speed of the car. Okay. So we want to check the speed of the car. Speed of car. Now, if the car is greater than 0, so the speed of the car, so I'm going to say S is greater than 0. So if it's bigger than 0 and it's less than 10, then we could say, we could do print coasting. Okay, because the car's not really going so fast. But maybe if we have the car as, I don't know, it's greater than 10 and maybe less than 20, then we could say print going faster. And then maybe what we'd have here is if the car is greater than 20, then we could say print speeding. So here, as you can see, we have 3 conditions. So based on the speed of the car, if the car is between essentially 0 and 10, say coasting. If it's between 10 and 20, say that it's going faster. And if it's greater than 20, we have speeding. So what elif allows us to do, it allows us to add additional conditions. So what we can have here is if S is greater than 0, so if S is greater than 0, and then we would have and S is less than 10, then we would have print blah blah blah, and elif elif S is greater than 10 and S is less than 20, print so on. And then here we can have else. So on. Okay. So as we can see here, what we have is we have our original if, okay, and our condition. And if this condition is true, it will run whatever is in this section of code. And then what will happen is it will exit out of the code once it's done. If this condition is not true, Python will then check this condition here. Okay, and we'll check if this condition is true with this elif. Okay, so this allows us to check an additional condition. If that condition is true, it's gonna run everything in this block of code here. Now, we can have multiple elifs. So if you have more than one condition, so here we had 1, 2, and 3. If we had, for example, 10 conditions, we can add more elifs to check. Okay, and now else, remember, else will run whenever the above conditions are not met. So when these are not met, it will run this piece of code and then exit out. So at any given moment, we will only run one condition. So it could either be this condition, or this condition. Now, let's go on to Replit and let's see this. Let's see how we would write this in Python. So, as you can see, we have our Replit window here. So, we're just going to quickly go over the first example. So, we have if. So, let's just say Sunny is equal to true. So, it has to be a Boolean. If Sunny. So, our condition has to be a Boolean. So, it either has to be true or false. okay? So if sunny, then we could do print eat ice cream. And then remember we had our else. No, we have no condition here. Print do not eat ice cream. Now, our second example, so we had if, I don't know, so let's just say s is equal to 20. So we had if s is greater than 0 and s is less than 10, then print coasting elif s is greater than 10 and s is less than 20, then we're going to print, let's just say moving, and we have our else, print speeding. Okay, so let's change it to 18. So if we were to run this now, as we can see, for our first if and else, we get eat ice cream because it's true. And then for our second if statement here, from lines 15 to 20, we get because s is 18, this condition is false, so we skip this. And then because this condition is true, the elif, we print moving, and then we exit out of the if statement, so we only see moving. Thanks for watching.